ɛtumi so say ye bɛyɛ so in your trust to kani nyapasa be kuminya edi embremu tama yen sasu ota atumse omanu sebeye edi embremu tama yen sasu ota atumse Yenara sasini, eabodini mayen, mojanana nanum shebunyani to mayen. Etumini mususu, seyebe yetwasu, inyajasu kutukani nyapasebe kuminya, edi embremu tamayen sasu ota atumse, omanu sebeyeyo, Seriayo, Ayaseta Ose, Oma for Bragache, Omanu Seriayo, Omanu Seriayo, Ayaseta Ose, Oma for Bragache. Yenara sasini, eabodini mayen, mojanana nanum shebunyani to mayen. Etumini mususu, seyebe yetwasu, inyajasu kutukani nyapasebe kuminya, edi embremu tamayen sasu ota atumse, omanu sebeyeyo, Seriayo, Ayaseta Ose, Oma for Bragache, Omanu Sebeyayo, Omanu Seriayo, Ayaseta Ose, Oma for Bragache. Yenara sasini, Eabodini mayen, mojanana nanum shebunyani to mayen. Etumini mususu, seyebe yetwasu, inyajasu kutukani nyapasebe kuminya, edi embremu tamayen sasu ota atumse, omanu sebeyeyo, omanu seriayo, Ayaseta Ose, Oma for Bragache, Omanu Sebeyayo, Omanu Seriayo, Ayaseta Ose, Oma for Bragache. Ojanana nanum shebu.
Na ya madwen wo man Ghana ho na empanimfo a yenya wo mu ofie ha wo mu nya den pa na God being so good se ɛfa no yɛn security ho nsɛm ɛwɔ Ghana ha yɛbɛtumi adi ho nkɔmmɔ na yɛwura mu awie koraa no a wɔma mmienu bɛtumi aboa yɛn anɔpa yi ɛde ne kan ɛyɛ Opani Farouk Al-Wahab wɔyɛ international diplomatic consultant wɔsan esi aman ahodoɔ bi anamu as menim sɛ yɛka ne sɛ Vanuatu sɛ ka ho ɛne other countries a osi wɔn anamu pɛ sɛ wotu kwan kɔ saa aman no mu a wɔn na ɛbɛma wo visa enti yɛmfa ne sɛ His Excellency title no yɛde ma no a ɛyɛ yie ɛno akyi ɛba no security wise nso a na dwen mu ɛdɔ ɛwɔ ho yie pa a waben ɛwɔ mu watu kwan all over the world ɔno nko a ɛna otumi kɔ Germany ɛkɔyɛ translation ɛde ma bayifo a yɛakye no ano otu anadwo ɛne yɛsɛ hɛ bayifo yɛntu Germany ha ɛna ɔkɔyɛ translation ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ ne sɛ yɛsrɛ wa ofiri Ghana ba bayi no Germany deɛ yɛntu rough ɛna ɔmo kɔ kyerɛ ne baabi a obetumi practice ne bayi no ɛnɛ ɔwɔfia sanso ɛna Elbad Ibrahim ɛyɛ obi a waben wɔ security ho nsɛm in fact Ghana police for nansa ya kra okɔ ne class abonse na wo mu esua de one wo mu atwetwe nkɔmɔ ɛkyerɛ wo mu ade ɛba no international diplomacy nso a waben wo mu eyie mekai bra ɔhyɛ da shoot pa ya bra yɛte sɛ terrorist groups yi wo mu ahyɛ ase ɛba na media houses yɛ adwen sɛ yɛbɛgye na adwen ɛwɔ ho de hu sɛ sa ɔne ebi mu kura hyiahia ne ade a enti anwumre de bɛdi ane anwumre anɔpa yi yene womo ahyia yebabedi enkomo nti ebe very hot ubetumi de questions ede amane yen e wo Facebook abra wo join yen e wo ho. All right, my mention say Wahab, it looks like crime e wo Ghana kosro the ma ye di san komo yi ye be hwe all the angles no ya sha se afa the police for which is unusual see ye be hwe that targeted police ni abonito yes ebi wo ho a mo kɔ rob banks a na wo mo ayebi but teten na nka obi ahu police ni a no wagya no wo dwane but say now o ma ba be target crime e wo Ghana dey na ekoso in your perspective.
Okay, mami ndikai enka say privately on your network personally my culture say if there is any country in Africa okum nipa eche Ghana. Nigeria is bigger than Ghana average numbers in terms of inipakum on daily basis. Nigeria, a bigger country, and you're talking about population is big. But on average terms, country yokum nipa on daily basis. Ghana tops every country in Africa.
Wow.
Not even in South Africa. Ghana kum nipa.
You kum nipa wa Ghana.
Ewa Ghana. Any country in West Africa, in Central, South or North, OPA check on daily basis, and then read the diaries. We are journalists. I throw a challenge to all of you, and date back only today, date back in the last 11 years, date back in the last 15 years. Natural consistency, journalists, bankers, somebody's home, Obia Kumnere, Obia
Banabaya buses me no pimo drivers.
You can call it accidental incidents. That one you can just take it. But I'm talking about purposely say Yakumubi. So either for ritual purposes. Yakumubi. Nere Wamiane Bakon or Dinsuya Sheniba, Wayesi, Wakunu, Yakum police, a unresolved mysteries. Okay, say President Mills tells us a contract killing.
Yeah.
High profile killings. Journalists ayakumomo, a politicians, basically civil and public servants, police for the baby. It doesn't date back yesterday, and it's not dating back. It's not dating today. Just say the awareness and the impression, no, and I know because say not before no, we saw those things. No, what you read here, it doesn't truly affect you. It's not close to your nose. It's not in your neighborhood. On your be a so you don't really care. Say butcher and now say obide ne ira kukuru akonwirem akofa no twetwa no Ghana tops everywhere. Nipa yekumom gunwirem farm Ghana tops everywhere. Obi ne obi ewo ekoko hu issue yakunu bebe, but a lot and good number of them are undocumented. The highlights no ebeye so big when it affects a police officer. The awareness be so big when a personality or you big and now say a prominent person and who said the awareness. Ordinarily, there are a lot of times as celebrations of even kings and queens functions near there, they know loose guns ekunkum nipa me be ukrum ha. Ni nyina no, we don't call it documented cases. Se attorney general obie ne files any cases a nipa ato no bo ase akum obi na family na beka se ya den boni ache na ya busu asem yaka attorney general contest cases no, whereas the contest between the crime against the personality, humanity, against the state laws no, Ghana still accepts say ne sofo ne fiewura ne busua ne hene etimi ko se we de eyamfomso ne bae ye beto adaka ne asie no. Many times a Chinese national somewhere western region ho na Ghana for boys we so mko attack no kunipa be 3 at the end of the day bisam say owai Ghana e supervise my Chinese national of Afrikum ha. They paid money ema ne rene ne ma ema ne maame e haida ma wo mu. So the purpose, the reward and the benefit, you know, the punishment say untua sa nyama no wonko e happen krum ha. Those ones ye can undocumented primarily. And to Ghana there, and yes afei ena enipakum any crime rate abeye high. The crime rate started increasing from a certain level. But that level no, na first obeti so obokra obi abokro na villages in Ghana koho Kofi, Brekum, any other prenomunka or Masamon show. Sir Cromfo, Ukruman and near Din in the last 20 years. Ukra Tiabo Freebie, Etimuko, Etiki the whole country in your friend, the whole city. Mebwana. I nim so way your Cromfo would see
along the line, you better call Boise as the workers here and may prompt with that. Emrante be or move faces or mukura a true. Any day, who say or boase for platforms with discussion. Koso we see o way minimum no o way or you say o way police for crouching no inquisition way you say and their faces are known just like all cases here.
Yes, because those ones you know that is criminals with impunity, disrespect and abuse of power because they know where they source the inspiration. Ghana nkwan ye che konfo non-criminal. Or hini sebi etimi ba ebeka semina na mekotunu for monfa na ne de na man. But we compare countries be to so la Côte d'Ivoire yɛma police the right because yɛn system ni mu no yɛwɔ alleged Ghana police intimi nyim free in the docket. So that word alleged suspect Ghana police intimi nyiye wani police create confrontation or the no station and suspect. At what point does the person become suspect? In the Côte d'Ivoire forces also law, which is part of their martial law on criminal offenses. Say there were certain criminal offenses are no lawyer, like in the kingdom, like in the Saudi Arabia, like in the Gulf. Your crime be quote unquote lawyer be a mahon. The system does not permit a lawyer. But Ghana Bekacho say human rights record. Yes, we signed. You can human rights advocates or countries are or subscribe to human rights. But to the extent, say, dynamism only changes as your population is increasing, as you have seen different waves of crime in your country, and you feel, say, you don't want to change. Once a sa on sano, once a sa legal status, once a sa or sentencing status, once a sa idea, then you have a terrible issue because the courts are police for you. So some of them no na effectual because this particular person was shoot to police. Aboni trim to you innocently. But the same police arrest the same person. Okwa, it is alleged. Okwa, the suspect. Or a suspect there, then it allows any legal person. It allows any lawyer. So, or a suspect there, until Meboa is proven so a criminal. Also, be to me by no bekan. But when we start doing that, let's say continue doing that. That makes us. And in the country, you know, the country crime wave, it is true, it is increasing. But I want to say, a progressive system, crime rate, a progressive. It is never going down. It is ascending, increasing, rising. That is what is the country you go through in the experience rather the mechanism any young boys now you involved and then young boys
okay
and then I'm very risky in the sense that they are watching more movies of the world. They have access to a nyama or a kwan so be a nyama me baby wahu said they di moto wahu so motum ba ko ride and insasum they practice it on the street they be almost riding motor look at somebody do one tie if we had the code Medina nina no more they practice when given the chance or cause situation or be they don't do it for nothing and practices videos all of them no e bother on say otifi onye adwuma until they have a time to rehearse and very vibrant and the youthful exuberance also help technology also help boldness help plus alcohol any drugs in anything it gives them the fearless spirit so they can do anything life is nothing if you have a country that's a crime do that extent not the citizenry the boys perpetrators and that kind of heart now you are in for a big trouble naturally any country with its big security issue nationally you need big security but we have security challenges that borders on say there were security challenges intelligence is what we are lacking but general security as a country we do have it.
Messi also says here, but Mami share because of one encounter with the police and other security agencies, are we on top? And I say because the air cost, I say crime any time. Or you bet me I maneuver I be ancho.
My very profound preamble. Impunity a yehu ewa Ghana bambo ehon sensem no. I think say ebaka bi mamin kebi ne other issues ebi brem ha. Ya ye sunya trakakra. Osha laws are made for human beings. Inti osha a criminal justice system sene minia kano. Always they say the wheels of justice grind slowly. Adams Mahama yede acid egune so ekuni ya up to now Gregory Ekokot. How many years ni? And even in the US I know as a model democratic states all across the world untumi nkunipa enko scot free sa. Oko defro so anipa bebre oho a enche. Either yebe wono panie na bibisa no. Enti the moment we revoked capital punishment as a continent and a country specifically, that was when impunity started. Because
there is a story, I don't know, it's a Ghanaian Times, and I said graphic, one of them, front page, Enra Vertin, Deputy Attorney General, per that story, no. Actually, say, Nipa a good day for us, no. Young Kumbi, Ghanaian Times, right? I mean, I know what's saying.
It was about justice for all programs. So 839 remand prisoners freed. Prison population reduces from 33% to 13%. Let's just say suspects who are on remand and justice for all release some of them.
There is a story. There is a story. Is it paper by a Daily Poster? There is a story. I bought any more say. We should kill them, and minim if it ties into corporal punishment. Which I say, yeah, revoke say no. Should we start because we are feeding them, and it looks like young kum will be a
coffee. So you saw iPhone and a Techno or any other phone. Or turn of for it comes with a manual. Manual no better also for na and miaha udum na miaha. We are a religious people, even though we say this country is not it's a secular state, but we are not an agnostic or atheistic state. To make us a somba ko emra nedi ye juma nanso ye nipa ye religious naturally. Inti abra nipa obetwe we free wo manufacturer no. They say manufacturer settings no yasasa. Because whether you look at the Torah or the Quran, yes, utuni penny a den into any. Okutwa will be inside. yintwa na man saying na obi hu no say eh Kofi di saa boni ana sumesi di saa boni say na ton no onye bi. So I believe that it is important. Hwe nipa kuku da ma yeku me no de sebe yemfe esusa yeku MP sitting MP a hwe nkoso say akwada no pa dani sa agro sexy don de na court or say aduane ne te say I say ye di nipa nkwa e di agro. I believe that as a country democracy is good. But as a country, nipankwa ehunhia papa. That is why we share some of the laws I wore Ghana no. Clearly, send a mini opinion wahabakano. There is a shootout between armed robbers near police for. It's a clear case of who can be murder. You should be killed as well. But and we've misapplied ADR. Alternative dispute resolution. I think our laws should make ADR available only on non-criminal cases. If it borders on civil cases, they say many kwamina business transaction be ankoyi and paying for imams and nanoma him for and pastor bitimi abemuni ne account. But if it borders on crime, on murder, the family ebusianu to me nkase or mine, this is against the Republic of Ghana. Yes. I will say yes, because
that means only Amnesty International for being a problem because almost as corporal punishment, capital punishment. Obi a ye bone yenkuno womo e wada fro so yenkum womo ni ade no even life sentence no kra no munya ya nka yin famfiri
Kofi abrantie kama oye police ni yekunu ya ni human rights no am robbers no mo protect ya na mo protect ne ba totofi wa say wada ni ejanka no ono ni human rights ana I think say yentumi mfa won yankopon emra ni hyehyeye to baby yankasa ye make yankasa ye laws. I think the fundamental thing we need to do is that anybody who kills and there's sufficient evidence who kunipa say we kun. No two ways about that. Only a few days ago you say young girls be call hotel bimo obi PA yakwa ko the other one ya wo ni second yakon obesha ebeda ni foolish case ebe court to say at the end of the day ebeda what does it shows say it will give the people the impunity say and also as you may say ehwian tono intimi so mitimi ayebi enne Kofi yekun ode hwe won kran ana Ghana yekun no kwa hwinsi.
But that is a serious statement.
Yes, so I believe that it's important that we go back to yankasa yesu ni ye ban ya mamre ni ya manie. Hwese na nipa no kunum ne omoyerum edida rough. Because we have become so flexible and libertarian as a society. Obi aye ni opesa oye. But anka ni no na entisa. Oni obi kunu da na oni obi yere da you twawesu. You are banished. So that will serve as a deterrent. So it protected us from sexually transmitted diseases, say HIV, AIDS, it gave men the responsibility to take care of their wives and their children. But salary kakra unyan, oyere obinya be 5%, slave queens be 80%, and society has normalized it. So I think we have departed from Yankasaye culture, ya mamreni ya manye. And to be able to fight crime, we should go back to who we are.
Are you proposing, therefore, by this statement, say, religious laws like the Bible, like the Quran, and rule Ghana?
That's a very good question, Kwamena. And now, oyenesa, abrofone wo being a problem kakra. Northern Ireland, almost the Catholicism, any bibu mine, you problems I buy. Iran, almost say. Yenim problems are by Israel, almost the Judaism, and Nanuiana and Tokako, so Anrana Jumpo Atopaibi, Omototo Atopaibi. And he's saying, you sue religion as the source of legislation, a bit more creative problem because of our diversity. But there are common denominators: respect for human life. Christianity respect, Islam respect, yankasa yamamrani yamani nanano mabosomsom respect. So those universal values of morality, respect for human safety, peace and security. We may not necessarily quote the scriptures, but we should make laws that are in tandem with Nema yankasa yejidi supported. So I believe that is where we need to drift towards in tackling the spate of murder cases. And again, Kofi, you see, I don't know. You see, radical, extreme circumstances require extreme solutions. Many of those who carry out these crimes are ex-convicts. Yechilangada, chances are free if you say by enche. Obi to me nipa issue to nukuno, chances are wako prison. And I believe that our prison centers should be reformative. So say Adani academies for churning out hardened criminal. We are banchi. Kwame na sebe. We are akoko. Nani pa foforo wodi ewu. But we find ourselves within the same yard. Inti shared nkomo, and then there is transfer of expertise. Inti nipa ni be piano is already angry with the system. Ebusuan so apono. Because mame ya ba ex-convict, obi an person oni ni be bibia. So to find a sense of belonging, the person will go and join a criminal syndicate. Inti, I think yechi nipa non-custodial sentencing, nipa to say eja wahab ni others have talked about it. Community service. With the bonia and so be brave and yekese and pra la pass or quine, something to make you feel it. But if you lump all of them up, nipa also war busters, they say only hardened criminal and they occupy the same space. Until I think the security challenges are here. It's not about the national security in Nimnia or Moye and our police for Nimnia or Moye. This society needs a complete overhaul. We need a reset. Materialism or ritual killings, nipa de kake sieba yenimi juma oye. Many of the kids who are around 22, 25. Now bloggers in some trip video moichi. So our multi-million-dollar fee our East Legon. Now that our idea yedi. So these are people we are setting up as role models. But if you are 25 and you can buy a house at East Legon, when did you enter the job market? So you see, these are some of the, if not, ebedani to say, dani da isi ane ababe kasa after that na be before for SAC. So I associate myself with some of the things. I mean,
with the handicap angle of the security agencies. No, Eja Wahab, corporal punishment, definitely, capital punishment.
Amnesty International or advocate against capital punishment. Amnesty unique country, a organization. They don't make laws for countries, they propose. Obi na te na association, ni organization, and odi ye na juma na odi jinsika. France na omu free. There are a lot of organizations that emerged from France, US, etc. post Second World War. And abro France also. And Ababi grew to have a political power. And Wababinya diplomatic power. Our nunutimi esete on the face of a president. No catcher and say, ye say, and I say, Mimpe we say, ye say, our country. Amnesty International is not under any UN umbrella group. They are not. You can call them so UN partners to some extent because of a Juma Omoye. But that does not mean say Amnesty beat martial law at the American trade Ghana. And that is where we get the mistake. We
but
make a mistake.
Ever since, ya sentence bebre to.
Never show or yeah, then say Jaumu.
Okay. No, Obia, ya sentencing it to life by hanging anyway.
Never if you want to know the whole country, the last 50 years, or Ghana prison service, your biggest prison, and I said the maximum prison I had, and Sawam. Corner Coco says a nipa say no death row. How many of them? Omunu 40. In the country you come nipa to that extent. Yet ebi omumu death row nyina enu 40. Our maximum prisons. Into Oma kum nipa, where are they? But young caught the same prison, like Abad made mention of. Niyan koshe Oma area telephones serve 5 years. Young caught a man prisons in Sawam, where they have about 128, 190 prisoners. Koshe Oma krama a ma a crash energy or servo. Tomatoes 40 Ghana and okoju bi tomatoes went here. Or 1 month, 6 months. And they write, I'm sorry, with hard labor. Nonsense. Do you understand? A case that I picked up some years ago. Oba, Oji, Oye, Omo Masu, Mom Koji tomatoes, or Agublish market. Oji obi tomatoes about 100 Ghana. Or ton tomatoes in our market. Ne bayare. Genuinely, one na ton tomatoes in the bay or Bamanewu. Or the Accra no de a usu scan. Accra Central Police, the woman reporters who were dealing tomatoes car. Okochin, the woman was sentenced 6 months. Poor woman or that market. One in the bad market. A man did that kwa hubi. Oni mubia. Ya didn't police station. Who knows that woman? Police in a prepare docket very fast because we need or de mano. A call police station, the Ghana old law system, primitive medieval system. Are you guilty or not guilty? So if you have a system that is still operating, when the British post-colonization gave you, guilty or not guilty, they gave you because at that time no, they were protecting the white society. That is why they brought that word, guilty or not guilty. I'm guilty, near sentence. So I'm not guilty, go to remand. Is that not what we are practicing now? Where is that? Where is our common sense? Anything no, Obano.
Sorry, be Americans is here. Farmer jail 10 years for stealing cassava.
Yes. And I share I prepare lawyer judge and betinase. What they say appeal in or be sentence obia where you call it loose profiles. Obia where loose innocent person. Ya share Ghanaian judge say do sitina hwa we see bien book commissioners in the lens ye e de to no hande no. What they say na yi the court clerk susu akasa. Silence, order in court. Madam, and I say boss be kasa. Wo ye ya na wanye me ye e den ne bae me makom duomo me be school fees ntina mkotu abanche se waji atum se o ye de akose 6 years papa gban no asori rather o chambers excuse me okodwonzo. This is what we go through on daily basis, but there are cases where people are to be given the right even to explain say bikram ye say no two things. Did you do it? Would you to me ye anamanye wa anya akoreman o ye akodem? Is that fair? It's all about that. It is any panifis or cancer or yay. Now be sentencing instantly. And your back as a one yet. Now on remand because or a hardened person, prison is nothing to them. But in any case, say oh call prison. Now I share like he was making mention of segmental. How they group them. Where would obia or light crime ebeda? Where would look Bronx, United States of America? A rough chair baby. Do winter time, American drug addicts, any bad boys, you know, only dying, our bedino, or light crime, or coaching or bass, my dear, or do how the inside a twinship, no, there is or the Jew as my dear, let's say your capture and I china, a crime. Niger sentence, no, your bemano, as my brother said, your bemano, punishment, civil, easy punishment. Of course, you have to do it. When himself crime will be take it 3 months. But yeah, crime I won't expect no. Obi bet me 20 billion in Ghana. The person will never see jail. I want a lifetime because it is what charge and bail or good lawyers the system permits. Anything ama aye so easy say nipa easy here ni sabi. Yes, you are cromfo you will be an asodin or no nebeko jail. Oko jail na won separate no. What did not come the so-called attaches. Na oma tuombo asa training no. Wakodi 2 years. Oba girlfriend wonya bi. Wakodi 2 years. Oba obi anware no. Wakodi 2 years. Ono ani fie kro fa make up ameje. So what do you want such a person to do? Man must live. And kofi oba hwehwe group a ode no ho bebo wo mu. Because like if utie enema prisons, Ghana prisons, e den no mu ntimi nye no ho. Kofi den no nye ni prison ho. Obi wa condition
fraud bebre na etresi a ho na copy.
Ho na copy. Minimum mami bia
mobile money.
Yes, minimum mami bia obi almost scam on no. O copy ankafo na na boy ni da. Koshe prisoner. Watch and bono. Koshe prisoner tade ehye no. Oji mami no over 380,000. A country like that Cote d'Ivoire be pure about you straight away. So Cote d'Ivoire made the law when the crime rate like today, Ghana was increasing. No, police ni bi abehu obi, set to bottom anase watwi obi ana wakum obi no. Police ni bo twa man 300,000 CFA. Yes, and the corner bidie 300,000 CFA. Police does not need in Cote d'Ivoire in matters of criminality. Say woman wabo obi tuaku no. No police will take you to any court in La Cote d'Ivoire. It doesn't exist. Straight away. Or do call court. No police na je sentence the amount. No do call ya pugon. Do you understand me? Ya che kron for higher bone you. Ampa ye dena we pra obi. Mr. Adoma, we pra obi. Ya che sa kron for na. Cote d'Ivoire police ni na obeje no. Onfa won court in process o. Eye truth wa ye you know. Or do call straight away. No akojelu. My story of just 2 weeks ago. In my own backyard me fiechi. Oba wa pon maami akwa soro wa pon wa ye fasting. O ma sorry 30 days ye chairman wa wie. Enyume 6:37 p.m. Mimi fie ha danso ma ha. Oba fie. Na ni Pentecost for maami for white bonitu ne bag keto obo ne nwum okwa emrode ba. Na boys too aba be hia no. Shia na onfa ne bag nma maami so highly spirited. Onfa ma no. Bible ni 50 Ghana ne dem. Awia enyume 6:30 crowded street. Omo drag maame de to form cho so onya bag ni mu. And a boys who say no, attract it because so you say take it off no. Baby omo kono me back. No omo say road ni nko. Entom di moto no koye na road na nko no. Ana omo yes omo turning around. Omo turning around no. Boy na ba akuro moto no so no. I'm sorry. He's even a handicapped person or riding moto no. Ono the boys na finishing no ha. Guess what happened? The other one or teach one or so is dwane no. Yawo quick bi da ye kire ho. Pythons eguma nye easy. Aya danso ma ha. Yawo quick bi o pythons o mche dogs o mche enkokoda bi ayehu omo. The boy ran into thinking so rubbish and okoto omo. So the boys knew said that boy ne there is already a forgone sorrow. A soul oko. Eno kum baako. Eja na man to police for be fa body na anadwo 11. In the name of somebody's Bible and 50 Ghana cedis. Guess what? 2 days later, na boy na pop up our creek in Sunsuo no so. Amwana yinani ni nose na ha nyina under 2 days. So look at innocent young boys. Amazing how they died within 1 day. 2 boys because oji obi 50 Ghana cedis. Pentecost ni maame so mfa ma. No way. Ebi a Presbyterian ka beje. Pentecost on fa ma. This is Angel. Methodist ko beje. Pentecost will not give it because believers are Kabom Paya Benjamin and Nanam on Famau.
But I'm also this is instant punishment spiritually.
Right.
I mean,
two souls, yeah. Over 50 Ghana and 1 Bible. 2 souls. I somewhere 2 weeks ago. 3 days and sana Kofi Mimam. So what is happening is that Kofi. Back to my brother, Ibad. But I'm surprised why you have to pick 2 paper boys to come and talk about security. Don't do that again. Next time bring one. No. Ghana, we don't do that. President Christian, Vice Muslim. You bring one Pentecost. Don't do that again. What I said last time, my former boss, smart permanent, one security you be has say. He said, no. Don't do because mindset no. Maybe I never because capital punishment was a million casano. Somehow no, you better drifted because we know where we are coming from. And indeed, in all fairness, countries are must show a serious justice systems against crime. You cannot have a total percent. There's no country in this world that or 100% clean record of crime. The bigger nations in one apparatus security system no. For them no, face crime no change. However, the system works. Ehunu ho. Nipa ni suo niam bi. There are certain things be omutimi nye. Do you understand? First, again, back to the police record and what the code the police are using. And then tin obi ahata sebi emai pant any towel any sponge hang so apex boom na kronfo ko wi a na police just say armed robber we be read the docket na he stole a pant 102.9 Does it sound?
Yeah.
Kofi, does it make a sense?
No.
Enti
Pants and a crowd energy string.
rude ones Libya. Very rude, but it's okay. Obia Cromfo, Medina, especially. I want the area be a boy seeing wear panties, papa. Yes, I need that command. Because a lot of them don't hang on panties while but none sponges and so na pex boom. One morning in the cop. Nipa wo kochina na police actually armed robber. And it's armed robbery near their corner what docket as well. The judge is judging the person armed robber. Into one root pants is taking him 3 years in jail.
This is Angel.
Dross. G-string didn't got 3 years in jail. Would you say Okoba that anger my brother talked about it? Wouldn't he be angry with the society because he believes that I had nothing more than a pant. Which some of them will even be 5 seasons or 10. Kofi minim how old they are now tono. But
Nana ya say
Kofi Auton is saying
what's our Victoria's Secret?
Interesting.
If you how was Victoria's Secret ni ya na
$50 back on 50 back
Send Ryan
Nana ya 50
set of 3.
me kana yaka ordinary 5 CDs Cantamanto now obi Korea 5 na so obi Korea pant na so sentence in 3 years what are you trying to what did they nature no obeko ebeba now obeye a monster now obeye aggressive no akosua niam ni these are the boys wo mu ba o masters na wo jail no achiro mse kwa ha kohu wei now I pick arms and Kofi crime there country there no only crime but we are suggesting and we are saying say Ghana crime no progressively no simply too much but Kofi any police for kum no it is becoming a simply too much unbecoming. May we the IGP or say every bank only womaka billion banks a billion vans in wasem. One for bulletproof billion van. Yebeja police service. I beg to differ. It is not a question or a matter of billion van. Country have billion van, bulletproof billion van. Me say police. How many bulletproof cars na police war? They don't have. The whole Ghana army, the whole Ghana police. How many bulletproof cars? The presidential detail convoy bulletproof in him. And how do you expect a billion van or benye bulletproof? But the type of the cars, listen to me. But the type of the cars our police allow the banks to use as billion van. That is the issue. IGP, not the billion van with bulletproof.
Messi about so say video be our have any Farouk our have this video.
Yeah, because you assemble two papers.
Ibrahim. Video be a say prisons asema o kan ye no. E be hear this video. We are from the prisons. We no more chenesa no. E wo Sunyani prisons. Enti we eboa no dia no kakra enti obi a wonnim nom kra no esua. Enti hu se wo mo asan lie e wo ho. The Ochichi need ye say, you say, oh, Miamu pa, we are no a passy piece, no, at the Amaway, and I also begging a piece. But we say, well, you're inside the prisons, and it's a whole cop na when you be a winning no more now, Okakusia, and they are coming out more trained, more hardened, and are now killing.
I think. You know, say, all the time, me say, yebebo, yankasa yahusobono, it doesn't solve any problem. Only 2 weeks ago, as part of our forensics, intelligence, and security program, we graduated about 70 men and women in uniform. Some of those who come through for our lectures, be what 30 years experience as a police officer. So I don't doubt the competence and credibility and hard work and industry of Omoye Juma at their mind. I think security is a collective responsibility. To me, the BI say our police for I say Ghana security at the pansam. The only selling point for us as a third world country, any yasumdri, any bambo I also say. And Twitter, Omo considers Omo their headquarters for African. It's not because say you're fair and bibisa. It's because of the peace and security we have in Ghana. African Continental Trade, our secretariat, Baha. It's not because say ha FS in South Africa. You assume the any bambonti. None we are UN Security Council, Obama Ghana. And overwhelmingly, we had the largest votes. Dubai for UAE, no Mokaho, Albania, no Mokaho, Gabon, no Mokaho. But Ghana had 185 votes. An overwhelming vote of confidence in our peace, safety, and security as a country. Inti yeshrisa a goodie we are this treasure. Then I think it will not augur well for the Republic of Ghana. Foreign direct investments, FDIs, intimate bag Ghana, biumini kikau. Into kofia or to consolate you. Who are said ye? Mamia auton bibia or La Paz or so was said ye. Which nyachono doso kakra. Sometimes we see the crime brazenly take place. Say skate eba sisi ana nipa we di boneno na yakana she baby all in the name of your protecting no. Into obia everybody has a responsibility.
Question kitwe bi ewo ahase I have indeed there are a lot of the crimes it is undocumented as we said. Isn't it because of our undocumented crimes, and the man outside wouldn't feel say because the recorded ones, the documented ones are few, so they want to think that we are that peaceful and secure country. Therefore, they can give the secretariat of certain international bodies and stuff. Don't you think say if we record all of them and document them, probably we won't get far to where we are now.
Mrante was street language, almost say packaging. Ghana packaging your hopa. Send your coffee ne wahabe kind. I don't know of a single international convention, resolution, and a treaty Ghana and ratify.
We are the first.
Oh, climate change. Oh, yeah, but we are
the first.
Human rights.
First to sign ahead of United States.
It creates an impression say bibia ekosototin ewaha. And so I agree with you on the issue of lack of documentation. Send a mini opinion, Abdul Wahab Akano. But Kofi, in a serious country, right from birth, who social security number? We are now struggling to count the people. And how useful or resourceful are the cards? If you go to serious countries, you can't, spend cash, physical cash anyhow, because there is a trace. There is a trace. So monthly expenditure, it is safe. So if you do any expenditure out of the ordinary, the FBI or the New York Police Department or the Justice DOJ, Department of Justice, has every right to question you and say, Kwamena, how come there is a fluctuation in your expenditure this month? And then, Kofi, Obi salary, 1,500 and now 2,000. Obi hits just like that. You need baby a free back. Now about banking hall or deposit 200,000 Ghana cedis. Obi and bisa no question bia. Obi and bisa no question bia. Intina me say you de blame no beto say BNI national security mo yo mo ejuma and Ghana police service enyacho. We all have a responsibility to safeguard the peace and security of Ghana. Into what said anything means so much said anything. The cover-ups are becoming one too many. Say ni pay odi boni landlord when him say I'm renting omo behind dying anopa omumpie omo bebo music so anaju na omupie. You should raise a red flag. Rent control any national security, they should have a database. Yet in crime landlord ni landlady ni here and say the envelope pofu aba. The only questions they ask is within the sign na your tray receipt. No background checks.
This is Angel.
No background checks. So I believe that we need a formatting of the whole system. And we shouldn't say Ghana Police Service and now the army and BB or more major. We need to conscientize people about security, and we need to make it an everyday conversation so that about somebody our international community and him say we are the foremost in TBB and the baha. Ebola omode headquarters for West Africa omode baha COVID omode Covax ye bagana na ye kan ho first kra bibia ye wo first row. You understand? Twitter if we Africa continental one eba. I believe that is a good international reputation. But abonte o serena if you so it doesn't serve your own purpose.
Outside the entity, home crime.
And we need to tackle
and
those
let me
security issues.
Brother, in the area, okay.
Sir, Ghana, the way we see, like my younger brother said, the packaging. I need to deceive outsiders. Because hypocrisy, any Ghana does not operate, let the world know our loose ends. Crime rate is seriously on the rise. And as a country, we have to own up and admit, say, ye did some money. We have to own up and admit, say, Ghana, ye kum nipa too much. We have to own up and admit, say, you cannot just take Oba. No, wabono na di jashishino. The system, the justice systems allows say abusuafo timbeka ya pacho waso onyebi oneno kwotna in less than 3 months no wakum. In less than 3 months no wakum. On say no more. Kofi, it's a contest between what the country wants and where the country is going. But when Ghana your laws were made, the country population post independent was just 4 million. You've grown up to over 35 million and still counting. That's also on your law. And again, one stupid thing that the country, I'll use the word again, one stupid thing the country is doing. Every country that wants to control security in this part of the world, don't keep your police in the barracks. Every country. The people must, the police must. I've heard Ghana governments, Nana Addo, President Mahama, President Kufuor, President Rawlings, all of them, they come on the podium and promise, say, your basic police barracks is completely a funny tale. Reason being said, if one police officer lives in my neighborhood, wakes up in the morning, no shiny uniform, now appear no qua, the people in the area know, say, the uniform, there's a police officer, and send a kind of fears and waves in the people. What would the police, militaries for defense for the state, keep them in the barracks, that's okay. But the police that are supposed to be with the civilians, what the woman in also kugu barracks. Na inspector, corporal, DSP, omote, police barracks. Police in Libya sabi ne at the barracks are concerned because woman near Jumae. I'm sorry, that's the reality. Now we keep police be a nipa be 60, no misu one kitchen. Nipa 60 no mi inti. Send you crew person will sit diamond in Marqua. Yes, also indulge in any way or the Binyeska. However, the purpose of the police is not felt by the citizen because say BBC area anajo upo bi kwa freno but say yema police for yemom sikana yedi twa danka amom single room yaman one door no window no timu owo anya the fault jan na man sikana ha dan no in the neighborhood. That is how German control their security. That is how Holland control their security. I've lived in a house in America. My neighbor now nene a CIFB na minim na no motive for 3 good years until one night be nsuo to the car be see ho no mi yom ne man am jacket meanwhile na a day before no mako celebrate back birthday mako photo crab money them. You live with them, so early warning signs they will be able to. The police living in the neighborhood CID obetima hu baby a gangs in war onim baby a boys in war pass. And again the system said yafa will be free tamale ni yadene ko wa yadene ba asangregwa. It is also an all system of the policing. It doesn't control crime. Leave the police o pekin kumase de chemso afaneto de chemso o pekin or south faneto south so o pekin or dansuma faneto dansuma oni baby dansuma bia bo. It is a criminal biba area where it is already detected. The old days white man kept you because say osi police barracks because musuoto and he didn't want you to come and attack them, so those who were trained to know how to handle arms and keep on police record so that they will keep. And Mumusa Ghana police old system say baby I the police barracks biano they are no tiano no bibidi they be bringing and tiano, so he controls the in and out flow because mo number to my rights against them. That is why the police barracks was created. Chama broche baby o police barracks, Chami Dubai baby o police barracks, Share me Saudi Arabia baby a police barracks for. Share me Bangladesh baby a police barracks for. Why are you still governments of Ghana promising some basic barracks amawomu? Disintegrate former bases in your offices. Kodo koko he. Oba kwana mane ko police former when you concern ekunoko.
Inspector any constable yere.
How can say DSP near in your own one toilet? What you say? Anti problem beba. Anti ma woman free barracks. No one tell neighborhood. CID frontier neighborhood. Don't keep them in any barracks. Now the crime rate you respond to the issues in the air battle and now pay answers. You don't commonly have to keep on and still insisting on idea 64 years ago. What kind of country are you doing? We are building a nation. And if indeed we are building a nation, you build with the circumstances, you grow along with the circumstances, and then with the time. So you have to invoke what is called dynamism in security system. If you don't do that, then the old method in there, Ghana cannot, and we cannot solve our crime rate. What the police in Liba, how? What they need 2 billion kwanese a year? Obewu, yebekuno. How? Young man, I felt so sad yesterday. What has he done? Now again, the billion vans, the banks, you know. Now share bank, now the billion van the case in Abese bit is a project. Padlock to twice say, banks, are you crazy? What kind of banking are we doing? How about you've noticed that? Look at the vans. Look at the vans. Car way. Now the padlock. And if they were able even to attack the police officer, opening the padlock, no, what they just common knife creating be a padlock. No. Is that so? I'm saying that the proposal is that IGP should rather ask for billion van bulletproof. Police haven't got bulletproof, so they can't get by. It's not easy to buy bulletproof. Name on vans and your proper vans, big vans. Can you imagine? And so be at the salon, a police and I drive a year. How long padlock we say? Nana ya bit maybe. Yes, so per Manchester crowd here twa na ebi. Within a matter of seconds. What you say? What the carpenters buy you we are first canon. And this when to me ni krunya kwa di ni na beko. Because say Ghana again, your banks no, mumusa banks are we wi omusika no say insurance we, only insurance atwa. Only insurance. Enti the profit na wanya na esen ko dibi biem e fa nipa ma nipa nya adwuma no. Sa profit ni nyina no, omo kotena bank ayi your friend is saying management meeting say sika say nua de nim krom be kan de aka ho. No the Commercial Bank of Ghana say ka ya boni yegusu yetua. These are the things Ghana we are not prepared to face the reality. And any country that is not prepared to face the reality, indeed, the Ghana country, no, about talking cricket, we talk too much more than acting. And there are simple things. Some of them, and we don't need Ghana police in any barracks. Let them be free. Let them have the freedom. Let them live in the public. Let them pay accommodation strategically. CID on high dama womu. Na shase yentimi chichiwem before they start up.
Folk our hub anopa yebedase Obad Ibrahim on sebedase pa yebreno it's final words yeah
final words
yes
and nekrakra no Kofi we shouldn't take the security of Ghana for granted, and I think security discussions should be everyday discussions. I think there's a lot of complacency on our part as a people. Min opinion ekasa also on CIA near FBI for your neighbors when who.
Yeah.
But I had the yafa no national security no. Oh no on Uncle bet me actually national security or ni forehead
short room.
Ottomans no kita ni two.
Phone
We don't understand security. And I think we should Kofi, there is a barrier, a major barrier. Or drive from Accra to Kumasi before you enter Konongo.
Yeah,
that is the biggest barrier. Asankari, Omo commander or share and Midruwa. Because we train some of the police officers, sometimes in the night I spent maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour at the barrier to know the challenges they have. And at some point I engaged the Ministry of Interior and say in terms of their welfare, Nini can or send a message be needing the Sergeant Jones into a say Yankasama lower ranks for no now more bre. It is important. All the issues are always conditions of service.
say a bɛyɛ ɛgyina, inidaso Mbumtou kanimia kasebe kuminya, ɛgyina kasebe kuminya to mine. Ɛtumi mususu, say a bɛyɛ ɛgyina, inidaso Mbumtou kanimia kasebe kuminya, ɛgyina to mine sasu ota atumse. Sebeyeyo, Omanu Seriyeyo, Ɛsɛsɛ ɔsɛ, Omafo Bradeche, Omanu Sebeyeyo.